Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful mid-July morning in the Adirondacks. It's about 6:45 in the morning. We're gonna go after some largemouths. There's a couple of smallmouths and northern pike in this area too, but this is largemouth territory, and it's been about a month or so since I targeted them, and we should be able to have ourselves a good day. We're gonna be fishing mostly with frogs and wacky rigs, and possibly a little bit of drop shotting later in the day, depending on how well we do at our main spot this morning. Yeah, it's about 6:45 in the morning, nice overcast skies, and we'll see if we can catch some fish today. Check that out, guys. That's a bald eagle. About 5 to 10 minutes away from the spot, and it's incredible what you can see out in these lakes sometimes. Very cool. There's the fish. Ah, dropped him. It felt like a good one there. Let's try him again. That fish was in a little bit deeper water. It's kind of like a sunken log that's out right here. We'll see if we could try to get him again. Oh, something grabbed it. Oh, there's a lot of fish down there. That could be a smaller one that time. Watching that line, here we go. Fish on. Feels like a good one too. Yeah, that's a good fish. Ooh, nice smallmouth. Pulling good. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a largemouth actually. Sheesh, big largemouth to start the day. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a stud. Look at that fish. Damn. Oh, he's got something down his throat too. Gosh, that is a big boy. Let's get a length on him. 18 1/4. Oosh. That's a big fish there. Big largemouth ready to go back. What a great way to start out the day. Probably about a 4-pounder. There we go. Beautiful. There's a bite. Oh, missed him. Could have been easily a little sunfish or a perch. All right, something's grabbing it again. Got him. That's a bass. There we go. Another nice largemouth. It's probably two pounds probably. And that is how we do it. Probably a 2 1/4. Whoop. Swing and a miss. I'm gonna toss a weightless swim bait in here. See if there may be a bass in there. That was quick. Looks like a smallmouth. Oh my God, look how many of them are following it. Man, he's taking drag. I'm not kidding when I say I saw about 10 fish following this one. This one got foul hooked, but a more than likely tried to grab the swim bait, but got foul hooked. Another smallmouth. Not that big. But a fish is a fish. Nice little guy on the swim bait. Seems like they're way up towards that tree. Switch over to a Ned rig, something a little bit heavier that'll get down to the bottom quicker. Fish on. Looks like a little smallmouth. Not that big, but we'll take it. Just a little guy on the old Ned rig. Fish on. Nicer one. Biggest smallmouth of the day so far. Did I hook him in the side again? Nope, in the mouth. Perfect. That's a nice chunky smallmouth. Look at that fish. Probably about 15, 16 incher. Got another one. Didn't get that one on film, but it's a good largemouth. Not bad. Little Ned rig fish. Oh, bass just came storming out. See if I get him again. He's turning. Got him. That was pretty cool. Had like 3 perch following the swim bait at the boat, and this bass came out of the weeds, pitched it right back at him and ate it right up. That was cool. Looks like he's been caught before. Cool. So we switched over to drop shotting now. We're on the main part of the lake. Marked a bunch of bait on the screen, and there's some smallmouths around it. Pulled this guy out of about 15 feet of water. Come on, fish. Oop. Man, this fish does not want to come in. All right, that's one way to do it. Not a bad one. Landed right in my lap. All right, back in. Yeah, good rock pile, probably about, the peak of it's probably about 10 feet, but it's about 17 feet deep, right, as soon as it drops off. Any spot like this that you find on the main part of the lake, any isolated rock piles, in the summertime will tend to have fish on them. We'll mark that on the screen. See if we can get another one. As I pedal closer to the spot, you'll notice as the chart changes, some big rock piles there. Anything that you see like that, in which you don't have any solid return on your screen, and all of a sudden you see rock piles like this, tend to always have bass on them during the summertime. But that's a great looking rock pile that we just found, and got a nice smallmouth out of there, and I'm sure there's a couple more in it. Fish on. Ooh, good one. Oh, there's another big one beneath it. That was cool. Holy crap, that's a big smallmouth. And the crazy thing is, oh my god, I see another one beneath it. Another one beneath it. That's a big one. Come on, bud. Come on. Ha 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 ha. Look at that guy. Beautiful Adirondack smallmouth. Probably 2.5 pounds or so, 16, 17 inches. Perfect fish. So with that one, I went to a previous waypoint that I marked last year. I dropped straight down on it, and that fish was immediately on it. The crazy thing is that there was a fish probably about the same or of an identical size. So we're gonna re-rig. We're gonna drop it right back down right now. There he is, another big one. Hoping this is the same one that followed up that other one. Oh, it's another big one. You gotta love how these big smallmouths pull in this deep water. Holy crap, that's a tank. That might be net worthy. Get the net. Oh yeah, that's a big boy. That is a big boy. Haha, that's another nice one. I'm almost positive that this is the one that followed that last bigger one I caught. That is a beast. Look at that guy. Solid fish. We're gonna get a quick measure. $18.25. So we caught 18.25 smallmouth and an 18.25 largemouth. Pretty solid, two big fish. Two big smallmouths on this tiny little rock pile. That's why electronics is so important, especially when it comes to fishing in the summer. Because without it, you're basically fishing blind. Just had a little one on for a second. Lots of little fish down there. Normally for every big fish you catch, you probably will have 8 to 10 little bites or land a few smaller ones. So far not the case. I mean, on film, we caught a few nice ones and probably caught about 2 to 3 little ones in between all those. Drop shotting is a big numbers game. But once you weed through all the little fish, you can catch some of the nicest bass on the lake. We're poaching another little isolated rock pile. they'll throw the worm into. I've had some pretty good success in this particular one in the past. See if there's one there. Immediately got bit by some little ones. So what I mean in terms of some of the tiny bites that you get, that's most likely what it is. A little about 5-inch smallmouth or so. Pretty funny. All right. Now let's get one that could eat that one. So normally when you drop down, sometimes you'll feel tiny little taps. And mostly in these Adirondack lakes, they're mostly those baby smallmouths. Sometimes there could be a little sunfish that are picking at it too, depending on the location that you're in. But it's incredible how full of life these isolated rock piles can be. Gee, is that rock sitting right there. Surprised they don't have this area marked. I know the DEC tries to do the best they can to mark every single rock pile in the lake, but I found that with the GPS at certain times, they find these big rock piles that are pretty close to the surface and could pose as a collision risk, but you would never know that they're there unless if you had a fish finder. There's fish. Rock pile full of little ones. Can't always be big. Sometimes when I'm fishing a drop shot rig, sometimes I do a couple little taps, let it sit, and then if you lift up your rod tip and you just feel dead weight at the end, there's usually a fish there. That's a tiny little, like 5-incher. But it's good that after every few seconds you slowly lift the rod tip up, because sometimes you'll feel dead weight. That usually indicates a fish is there. There's a good fish. Oh yeah, nice smallmouth. Knew there's a bigger one around somewhere. Look at him pull. Wow. This guy is pulling hard. So you have any buddies with him? I don't know, but I'll tell you what, this fish is pulling really good. Wow. This fish does not want to come in. Have that drag. I mean, not super loose, but got some good pressure on it. It's another probably 2.5, 3 pounder. Look at that stud. Good one. Okay, quick measure on that one as well. 17 inches. Another solid Adirondack smallmouth. Got a big largemouth on here. Holy crap. That could be the biggest bass of the day. Woo-hoo. Yeah, that's a tank. Guys, look at that largemouth. That thing is huge. That is what we're talking about. So kind of unexpected. Sometimes in these drop shotting spots, you can unexpectedly just catch big largemouths as well. And this could be the biggest one of the day. Check out that thing. I mean, that's a stud. big mouth on it. But that is a classic big Adirondack largemouth. Nice. We're gonna get a measure and let her go. Yeah, so that largemouth, I wasn't filming when I set the hook on it, but I'm just blind casting looking for a campsite where I could put the boat into shore and have some lunch, and just felt dead weight after the cast. And yeah, that largemouth ended up being 19 inches. So our top 3 fish so far is a 19 and 2 18¼ inchers. That's a pretty fine day for some Adirondack bassing. Back to the ramp. Fished for about 6 hours today, caught about 25 fish. My best 5 fish in terms of length was somewhere around 88, 89 inches for today, which in terms of pounds is close to 18 pounds for a 5 fish bag. So it was a pretty good morning. My confidence spot, there's plenty of fish there, but not too much in terms of the larger fish I'm looking for. And once I started drop shotting in the afternoon, some of the biggest fish I caught today were on drop shots to about 10 to 15 feet of water on scattered rock piles. But hope you enjoy the content I provided for you today, and we'll see you next time.